A Florida pilot with a message that Florida is missing out on money. He was shocked, he says, after hit with a hefty charge for owning a plane in the state. So expensive, he got rid of the plane and fears others are doing the same. All new at 10, 4 in your corners. Chris Day joins us in the studio after talking to that pilot.
Well, his name is Louis Karakoff, or Lou, and says he never knew about the tax until after about 4 months after he bought the plane, and he was slammed with a bill for nearly $9,000.
With clear skies and perfect flying conditions, the Punta Gorda airport is quiet. Some might say too quiet.
I really do think we could have more planes in here and more activity. You don't hear any airplanes flying right now, do you? It's pretty quiet, pretty quiet.
Lou Karakoff has been a pilot for many years now, but today he's not flying.
Today's a perfect day. I'd like to be flying, but I don't have an airplane.
Even though he's been flying in and out of states across the country for decades, he learned something new about the tax code when he brought a plane into Florida.
So the tax on that was $8,833. That was kind of a shock, a little disappointment.
He's talking about the use tax and tells me when he owned a plane in Maryland, they handled it a little differently.
For instance, my Bonanza, that cost me about $150 a year in their air use tax, not use tax.
Instead of a one-time charge based on the price of the plane, Maryland pilots pay an annual fee based on the weight of the plane. Lou tells me it's this difference that's keeping pilots out of Punta Gorda.
I think if Florida had air use tax and everybody shared it, I think we would sell a lot more airplanes here and have a lot more airplanes on this airport. There are a lot of empty hangars on this airport.
And while Lou promises he's a stand-up guy, for $9,000, he's found a loophole.
Buy a plane out of state, have it delivered to you out of state. Keep it out of Florida for 6 months, say Georgia. I would drive up once a month, fly it, keep a gas receipt. You know, I rented a hangar up there, and here are my gas receipts. I used it. Then I could bring it into Florida, but that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work. I mean,
but for almost $9,000, I would do that much work.
But he would prefer to buy a plane on the up and up.
If they didn't have that use tax right now here in Florida, I would buy another airplane.
Well, I did reach out to a few local representatives. Only one, Florida Senator Matt Caldwell, got back to me saying he was intrigued and would get in touch with Lou, but needed some time to look into the tax law before he could speak on it. Live in the studio, Chris Day, Fox 4, in your corner.
Thanks, Chris. Now we want to hear from you. Should Florida have an annual tax instead of a one-time fee? Is Florida losing out on money like this? Tell us what you think when you call us 239-206-FOX4 or email us news@fox4now.com.